You, what's up with y'all boys and girls, man? Hey, it's Jay Briggs here with the Pick Dogs Morning Show, man, on this Money Making Wednesday. Um, y'all know what time of season we're in, man. We're in playoff season, man. We got Stanley Cup playoffs in the National Hockey League Association, NHL. We got the NBA playoffs going on right now, man. 3 games last night, 3 more coming at us tonight and Wednesday, which means some day baseball. So we got Brad here on a Wednesday, Chris here as he always is, man. Got a good crew with me today. Can't talk. I've been stumbling my words all morning. I shot the jam session twice this morning because the first one, I just kept stumbling over my words. I don't know what it was. Second one came out pretty. So we'll see. So bear with me today if I get the jumbling words up today. Chris, what's happening, my man? How you doing today?
Doing all right. It's a recovery morning for me today. Last night was crazy stressful, but the good guys prevailed. Took a 2-0 series lead. I can't be upset about that. But and also a winning day on the premium side. It was a good Tuesday for me. But that was yesterday. Today's a new day, new money making opportunities on the board. So I'm ready to break it down with you guys.
Man, that boy Chris feeling too good. Them Leafs got a 2-0 series lead. Chris put the jersey on for us today. Man.
He's got a glow to him today for sure.
Yeah, you see the glow too?
Yeah. I like it. I'm happy for Roof.
It hit different when teams win it, man. It hit different. Life just hit different.
Yeah.
I was on a heater last year, man. I was on a heater of heaters. Man. We know how that's now played out, but it is what it is. Brad, man, speaking of hockey, speaking of battling it out.
Oh, yeah.
Man, you going toe-to-toe tonight.
Yeah, man. It's back in the ball.
Arena tonight.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, great time of year. I know we all cashed in yesterday with the Thunder. Nothing new. Just if it's not broke, don't fix it. Got a little bit sweaty there in the third. The Grizzlies were put up a fight.
They cut it to like 12, 14.
Yep. But in the back of your head, you knew.
Yeah.
It's all good. It's all good. So, yeah, good day yesterday. Pumped for today. Love this time of year.
I do too, man. Off a really good night myself. 6-2 day yesterday. 3-0 in the NBA. Hit all the games, including, like Brad said, a sweat-free cash with the Thunder Buddies. Baseball treated me good yesterday.
Patrick Corbin?
Shout out Corbin. The Money Marlins and the Red Sox. Only game that I lost in baseball yesterday was my plus 200 shot on the White Sox. They battled. They were down 2-1 most of the game, and they had runners in scoring position. They battled.
Yeah, I was keeping an eye on that game. It was bases loaded with 0 outs.
Yeah, they
in the ninth.
They loaded the bases in the ninth, and then
only scored 1.
Yeah.
It's
all good. And then I entered a hockey play yesterday. My other loss was the Lightning. The Lightning, yeah. Them Panthers. I said it on the show yesterday. I really don't like fading the Panthers, especially in the playoffs. And they came out again and showed why they turn up around this time of season. So, yeah, it was what it was.
Yeah, I was saying on yesterday's show, I was like, I knew a dog's going to win in the NHL, and Chris had it right with the Wild.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. I just had a gut feeling about that one that something was off about it.
Yes, sir, man. So, man, we got a lot of ground to cover today, fellas, especially with some day baseball. To be honest, I loved yesterday way more than I love today, but I still think there's some money making opportunities today in baseball. So I'm ready to break it down and talk to you guys. So let's do it. Let's do it. First game on the card is the Braves of Atlanta with Bryce Elder on the mound versus the Cardinals of St. Louis with Miles McCollum on the mound. Miles McCollum, tomato. Cincinnati Reds and the money Marlins battling it out today. Good pitching matchup. We got Brady Singer, 3-0 with that 3.8 ERA, battling it out with Sandy Alcantara. 2-1 with a 7.2 though. Whew. Does he get back into form today? Marlins minus 115-ish in that one. And then we got the Yankees and the Guardians. Mr. Rodon versus Mr. Ortiz of the Guardians. The Guardians in that position where we love them. That sneaky, nice plus money dog. Chris, how you feeling, man? First flop.
Yeah, I'm gonna lean towards the Reds in that one. I don't love Sandy's form right now. I think Singer's probably gonna be a better pitcher away from Great American. A lot of pitchers tend to struggle in Cincinnati. Yeah, I think he can have a decent start here. His lone road start, it wasn't great against Milwaukee, but it was a game where Cincinnati still got the win. I'm in the mindset where I need to see Sandy bounce back. I know he's fully capable of doing it. That's why it's not my strongest play, but I'm concerned that maybe Sandy's still not fully all the way back. I'm taking the over 9.5 in that Cardinals Braves matchup. Two starting pitchers I just do not trust, and two teams that have been getting better against right-handed pitching. So I'll take the over. What was the last one?
Guardians, Yankees.
Oh, Guardians, Yankees. Yeah, over there as well. Same thing. I think the Guardians can get to Carlos Rodon. Luis Ortiz had a nice start against his former team last time out against the Pirates, but this Yankees lineup can still put boot to ass whenever they want to, and Ortiz is not a pitcher that I want to back against that lineup, so give me the over there as well.
Yeah, for this first slot here, don't love this slot. I kind of lean towards Braves run line, though. We saw them get absolutely clapped yesterday. I think it's a nice bounce back spot. Elder hasn't looked good this season, but I do like him more than Mikolas. So I do like the Braves there. And if you're going to play it, I would run line it just to get some plus money rather than laying a $1.50. Reds Marlins is tough. I made the video on the Reds Marlins game, and I took the Marlins, but that was before I saw that I knew the Marlins would win last night. It's kind of hard for me to see the Marlins sweeping the Reds. It really is. So I kind of lean the Reds in that one. Alcantara hasn't looked good. Brady Singer has gotten hit up in his last start as well, but it's a lean towards Reds, but probably going to be a stay away for me. And then I like the over in Yankees Guardians. I don't trust Ortiz. I think the Yankees could hit him up. And then Rodon, not a guy I like either. So kind of a fade of two starters, and I got trust in those lineups as well. So give me the over there.
Y'all know where I'm at, man. Y'all know where I'm at. I'm on the money Marlins. Let's bring out the brooms. Bring them out. I know y'all too not sitting here trying to compare the Phillies lineup to the Reds lineup. Stop it. Yeah, my guy Sandy got touched up by the Phillies last game. It's okay. But who he not finna get touched up against is this very inconsistent Reds offense. This Reds offense, I know they put up 20 the other day, but look how many times they've put up goose eggs this season as well. This team is just as capable of swinging and missing at everything as they are putting the ball in play. I think this is a perfect bounce back outing for Sandy. I've been on the Marlins back-to-back days, and I think I'm going to stay on them one more time. And I'm going to tell you guys one last time, or I'm going to probably say a lot this season. Start to look at the Marlins. They're not nearly as bad as people might think. People think they're the White Sox. People think they're the goddamn – who's another one? White Sox. They think they're the –
Rockies.
No, they're not. They're a 500 baseball team. They're a 500 baseball team. That's what they are. At home, good price, good pitcher, bounce back outing today. I kind of like an under, and I like the money Marlins at the price. Sign me up. Y'all guys have heard me say the entire series. I know I should bet the Guardians. I just can't do it. And said it the day before, left money on the table. Said it yesterday, left money on the table. I actually lean the other way today. I'll actually lean Yankees. Again, though, I don't know if it's enough for me to bet it. So I'm going to leave it alone. I'm just telling you my thoughts because that's what I'm here to do. And if you're laying minus 165 with the Braves, you asking for it. You're asking for it. McCullers is trash. It's not like Elder isn't either, though. So I just think it's a good enough plus money price to think about taking the Cardinals. No way in hell I would thinking about taking the Braves. I would think about taking the Cardinals. Matter of fact, first game on the board, this game gonna start in about 45 minutes. I ain't got nothing going on. Let's do it, Cardinals. Do some early gambling today. Can I interest y'all in a Yerfie? Y'all want to sweat out a Yerfie first game of the day?
Braves, Cardinals?
Yeah.
I think that's not a bad play there. I could see that happening.
You see a Yerfie, Chris?
Rarely play Yerfies, to be honest, unless I'm.
I know. Everybody love a Nerfie. Fuck a Nerfie. Let's go.
No, I know.
The Yerfie's
Which
been
one?
hitting.
Atlanta?
Yeah, Atlanta, St. Louis.
Yeah, fuck it. Why not?
Yeah.
I feel like, or actually, nah. Or maybe. I feel like when we're finishing up the show, that thing's going to be starting. So,
It might be so.
yeah, we can stay on.
Yes, sir. Let's keep it rolling, though. We got the Phillies and the Mets. Zach Wheeler on the mound versus Peterson. We got the Padres and the Tigers. Kevin Hart is on the mound versus Reese Olson. And we got the Orioles and the Nationals. Is that Trevor Williams versus Sagano?
Yep.
What you got from here, Brett?
Yeah, I'm actually gonna take a shot here with some plus money with Kevin Hart. I've been on the Tigers train this season. I like the Tigers, and they've been a really good home team. But I think when it just comes to value, the Tigers have struggled a little bit off lefties this season. I know there hasn't been a big sample size, but I think this is a good spot to attack some plus money with a really good team in San Diego. I just don't want to lay minus 162 with a guy like Reese Olson. So I think that pitching matchup's honestly kind of even. So let's just attack some plus money there. Phillies, Mets, I leaned towards the Phillies yesterday with Sanchez on the mound. The Mets pulled out another win. This team just figures out how to win games. It's not pretty. They do it with their pitching. They do it with their bullpen. I'd rather hop on the train than get in front of those tracks right now. So I'm gonna be on the Mets today until they show signs of regression. I think it's better to roll with them than fade them. They're hot right now. And then Washington, Baltimore. I think a Baltimore team total is a good play. Probably over in that game. Period. Trevor Williams hasn't looked great this season at all. Washington's bullpen hasn't looked great either this season. So I think this is a game where Baltimore's just consistently dropping runs inning after inning after inning. And I think they probably score 5-6 runs in this one. So Baltimore Orioles team total, I feel like, is a smart play rather than laying a minus 130.
They might score, but they still gonna find a way to lose. It's a team that's lost 24-2 to the Cincinnati Reds, and then backdoored and lost 7-0 to the Nationals. And they want me to lay juice with them on the road?
Yeah, that's why I want to take the team total. I don't want to lay that juice with the Orioles right now.
No, give me the Washington Nationals. These are the spots we like the Nationals. Remember, the Nationals were one of the more profitable teams last year, and that's because they were overlooked and undervalued. A lot of that was at home. They win games like this quite often at home. Really, we're getting a really good plus money price with the better team thus far this season. That's the truth. That's the truth. That's not an opinion. They're 10-13, and the Orioles are 9-13. That's just the truth. It's just the truth of the matter as of right now, current point in the season. I'm taking that team at plus money. Like the way their bats looked yesterday. Only reason I didn't have the Nationals as a premium yesterday was because they were coming out of Coors. That was literally the only reason. And I don't like taking teams coming out of Coors. but it didn't really phase them. I don't think it phases them today. I'm on the Nationals. That's really the only one I like here in this slot. No, I lied. I like the Mets today. I do like the Mets today. The OMG Mets. How can you not just blindly back the Mets at home right now? Like, they balling. They're balling. Mets. Chris?
I can tell you how.
Let's hear it.
I'm taking the Phillies today. I've been on the Mets. I have been, but I don't know. I just like Wheeler in this matchup. It's not often that you're going to get him at this kind of price. I'm still not sold there with David Peterson. I know he's pitched well, but I just can't see the Phillies getting swept. I think they do enough here off of David Peterson. I think Wheeler can at least go deep enough into the game that he doesn't have to hand it off to that Phillies bullpen. And I think the Phillies salvage something from this series. I've got nothing really in that Padres Tigers game because I want to take the Tigers because Kyle Hart's been terrible out of the gate. But I can't lay minus 170 with Detroit. Something just tells me that price is where it is for a reason. And I'm going to take the Nationals in the first 5. The Nationals bullpen has been the worst in baseball since day one this season, and it's not getting any better anytime soon. I think that the Nationals can drum up enough offense off of Sugano, who has allowed 4 home runs in his last 3 starts. He's not striking guys out. He's given up a lot of hard contact. Trevor Williams has not been the same pitcher that he was last year, where he was the most profitable pitcher in baseball, but he's still a decent enough option. If you can hold it down through the first 5, I think the Nationals could be ahead. So I'm going to take the Nationals in the first 5.
First 5. I like it, but let's go for a game, man. Come on, man. Nationals. Stupid.
Yeah. Well, do you want me to take the Orioles? Because if I go full game, against that Nationals bullpen, that's what's happening. Rather just cut it off at 5 innings, walk away.
Is old man Morton pitching today? No, I'm kidding. When he back?
When old man Morton pitches.
The total would be at like 12.5.
I love old man Morton day. That's the new Corbin day. Everybody think that the Corbin is no, it's not Corbin issue. Corbin.
It'll still be Corbin. Corbin.
That way Corbin yesterday was
dealing.
He'll be back to the old Patrick Corbin that we know and love.
We shall see.
Morton pitches next on Saturday against Detroit.
Ooh, Detroit team total over.
Tigers.
Easy.
Keep it rolling today, though, man. We got the Seattle Mariners out on the road in Fenway versus Boston. Hancock and Newcomb battling it out now. We got the Dodgers and the Cubs. Michael Boyd, I see undecided for the Dodgers. Chris, you see anybody?
I see undecided as well.
All righty. And we got the Twins and the White Sox. Festa versus Wilson. This right here is the worst slot of the day. Oh, my God. I hate this slot. That Cubs-Dodgers, flip a coin. It's been that style series all season, currently tied 3-3. This is the last time they play this year? It is. That's crazy. Well, who wins the season series? The Cubs do. Give me the Cubbies. I don't know, man. I told y'all, I came into the season hating on the Cubs. Their play has made me shift. I kind of like the way they play, especially at home. I took the
That was wild.
Yeah, it was.
Insane.
I took the Cubbies yesterday here on the show in my parlay. I'm gonna take them again today. I like the Cubs today. Kyle Tucker convinced me last night, Jay. Yeah, I mean, I told y'all Kyle Tucker been on one of them runs, man. He been on one of them ones. He been tripping. I watched a couple Cubs games earlier in the season. I don't watch a ton of baseball, especially right now with so much NBA going on. But when I do be able to catch it, I kind of watched a couple Cubs games because I was hating on them early, and they showed me in them games. I was like, okay, Cubs might be better than I was giving them credit for. And I'm going to lean that way today. It's really the only one I like in this slot. I did take a shot on the White Sox yesterday. I really feel like I should take it the entire series. Who the pitching matchup tomorrow? Shane Smith, Chris Paddock. Man, I'm on the White Sox again, money line today, bro. It is what it is. Don't shoot me. Chris.
Pew pew. I'm taking the Twins on the run line. Tomorrow I think is the day where they cash in, if anything, in this series. But it's just I got nothing here. Like this, like you said, this is the ugliest time slot of the day. It's just like but the Twins
I might have a problem. But
like 8.
The Twins is just his ass though. Just because the White Sox are ass doesn't mean that the Twins are good. That's the problem I'm running into.
I know it doesn't, but it just means that when they're going head to head, who's less ass, and that's the Minnesota Twins. And Bryce Wilson, oh my God. Do we not remember what Bryce Wilson did last year? Bryce Wilson, terrible. He's brutal. David Festa, 5-inning guy, turnover to a Twins bullpen that's been decent. I just think that the Twins do enough to cover the run line. I'm taking the over in that Cubs-Dodgers game. I think the Dodgers kind of exercised those demons that they had against lefties when they got to Imanaga yesterday and set 21 runs yesterday. I think they still saved some offense here. So I'm going to take the over. I think the Cubs will get to whoever the Dodgers are starting. I think it's going to be a bullpen game. And give me the Red Sox. I don't like the form of Emerson Hancock. I think that the Red Sox bats can get to him. And I'm still having trust issues with the Mariners against lefties this season offensively. They're hitting .213 on the year. They do hit better against lefties on the road, in fairness, and they're hitting them fairly well over the last 5 games. But I still think that the Red Sox can get to Hancock here. So give me the Red Sox at home.
Yeah, I'm with you there. I'm going to do Red Sox team total over there, though, just to get that juice down. Like Chris said, Hancock has just looked terrible. We saw the Red Sox bats open up yesterday. I think they carry into that momentum into this one, and we see a high total here, and I think it's for a good reason. So isolate the Red Sox, take the team total over. Dodgers, Cubs, same thing with Chris again. I'd love the over in that one. If we saw 20-plus runs with Imanaga and May on the mound, imagine the amount of runs we're going to see with Boyd and most likely a bullpen game for the Dodgers. Also, those bullpens got pretty taxed last night. That game went into extras. So I think we see a lot of runs in that one. Should be another great game there. And then Twins, White Sox. I'm with Jay. If you're going to bet this game, I think the only option is, take the step back 3, get a little sprinkle on the White Sox, and, let's gamble a little bit. So definitely maybe a little quarter unit play. Nothing big, but if you're going to bet that game, I think it's better to chase value than, lay that much juice with a Twins team that still can't be trusted, in my opinion.
Steals hot ass. That's all I'm saying.
They are going to drop one of these games.
That's like the step back that hits the top of the backboard and snipes a kid in the 3rd row.
You are hilarious. All right, man.
Takes out the popcorn vendor.
Because we hate How many we got left? 5 or 6? 1, 2, 3,
6.
6. Oh yeah, that Rangers is at the top of my thing. And it is in this slot. We got the Rockies and the Royals. Marquez versus Lorenzen. We got Brad. You looking all right right now in your Beba Romanelli. You looking all right right now. Still really early, but
it's a little too close for comfort though. The Royals been asked too. That's the thing.
Yeah, they've been asked too.
Yeah.
We got the Blue Jays and the Astros. Brad Francis on the mound versus Augusto. And we got the Rangers and the Athletics. My guy, JP Sears on the mound versus my Rangers today. And Mr. Rocker. Chris, did you?
Yep.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the Athletics in the first 5. I just think that the Athletics can do enough damage off of Kumar Rocker here. The A's do have a solid bullpen over the last week, but Texas's bullpen has been better. So if I can take the A's first 5, I will. And if I feel up to it, maybe I'll lean towards them full game with JP on the mound. But I think first 5 is the better play there. Rockies, Royals, give me the under once again. The Royals kept it going now 17 straight games where they've scored 4 runs or less. The Rockies, I think, going to continue to struggle on the road. Give me the under 8.5. And give me the under in Houston, Toronto, and give me the Blue Jays on the money line. I just think that Bowden France is still one of their better starters. I think Gusto's run will end eventually. I think maybe he gives up 2-3 runs here, and I think that could be enough in this game. I mean, Toronto's offense has been terrible in this series. They've scored 1 run in 2 games, but I think they can bounce back and salvage something here. So give me the Blue Jays on the money line and the under.
Yeah, look, I understand it may be hard to take the Royals right now with the way they've looked this season, especially with their bats, but I think this is a good buy low spot on them. I think this is when they finally get over the 4 runs mark and break that streak. You know, Marquez has not looked great for the Rockies. I think the KC bats finally come alive in this one. Michael Lorenzen, he hasn't been terrible. He hasn't been great either, but he's going against the Rockies away from Coors. So I think this is a good – he'll have a good start, and this is the game that KC's bats will open up. So leaning towards KC, run line, you get some plus money there as well. And then I'm just going to keep rolling with these overs in Sacramento, man. You know, yesterday we saw an over, right? In that Patrick Corbin start. Let's see. Yeah, there was 13 runs scored in that one. I could see a similar one in this one. Rocker, I haven't been a fan of him. I think the A's could get after him. The A's bats have been solid this season. And then there has been a little bit of regression from JP Sears. So I think we see the Rangers tack on some runs as well. All around, I just think that's a high-scoring game.
How you gonna pitch today against the Astros? You dealing today or what?
Yeah, I'm dealing. I'm about to have a good start. I don't like to pick my own games. That's why I skipped that one. But yeah,
it's illegal for you to pick your own games.
Exactly. Yeah,
that's all. I'll bet on you today, though. I'm on the Blue Jays.
Appreciate that. I got you.
B. Francis got us today, man.
Brad starts turning into Jonte Porter. He starts throwing underhand on the mound and gives up home run props.
Yeah.
No, I ain't throwing games. Take my overs.
Trying to get banned from baseball.
The Blue Jays got to do something here in this series, though. They can't get swept, man. They've been on a little free fall. They lost 4 straight. They can't afford a 5-game losing streak. They was playing well, then they just died. And the Astros, Brad, I guess, did hit the nail on the head. He said these 2 teams going in opposite directions. I didn't really want to subscribe to it, but it's the truth of the matter right now. One team's won 4 or 5. The other one's lost 4 straight. I'm still going the other way, though. I think the I think this is a spot where they salvage some. I'm on Toronto. Rangers, Athletics. Tough game for me, man. Y'all know I love when JP on the mound for them Athletics. But at that same breath, it's kind of hard for me not to just take the better team at the great price in the Rangers. Our offense is back. Our pitching, I think, is just fine. I lean Rangers. A's feel a little overrated or value. Rangers feel a little undervalued right now. That's all I'm saying. Lean towards the Rangers. Last slide of the day, man. Pirates, Angels, Rays, Diamondbacks, Braves, or Brewers, Giants. I will rock with Freddie P. Freddie Peralta, fastball Freddie. I like the way the Brewers' bats look yesterday. I think they could probably do a little damage here to Logan Webb. Overall, I think it's going to be a pitcher's duel, but I think the price is too good to pass up with the Brewers. This is a Brewers team that's put up 14 runs and 11 runs in two of their last three outings. So, I like the plus money price attached to Milwaukee. I think they have a very legitimate chance to win it outright the way their offense has looked with Freddie P on the mound. Too good of a plus money price for me to pass up. I'm going to lean in that direction. And another small lean for me on Heen Dog. Andrew Heen Dog Heaney on the mound today, man. I wish he was still a Ranger. I don't even know how to say bro name for the Angels. He hasn't been great. Angels just feel overrated, overvalued in this spot to me. We can catch the Angels in certain spots. You know, we caught them early in certain spots. I still don't think they're a great team. And laying odds with this team, I still think you're asking for it more often than not. Pirates need to win very winnable games. They're going to get back into the mix of things now. 6 games under 500. Small win for me on Heen Dog and the Pirates. Chris?
Yeah, I think I would lean towards the Pirates there as well. Heaney has still been one of their more consistent options this season, so I could still back him here. Kohanowitz hasn't looked like anything special this year, and I think that the Pirates can get to him. I'm going to take the Diamondbacks against the Rays. Just again back in the Diamondbacks righty. They've been one of the best team in baseball against right-handed pitching this season, and just trust the Diamondbacks against Taj Bradley, who struggled in his lone road start, just got cranked by the Yankees in his last outing. So give me the Diamondbacks there. And give me the Giants at home. I think that the Brewers' offense yesterday was a product of Jordan Hicks being on the mound. I said yesterday I don't like him in the starting pitching role. He gasses himself out way too early because of how hard he throws. And then once he does, he loses control. He loses, he leaves pitches up and in the zone. But Logan Webb, far more consistent, far more tuned to go deeper into the game. And I just think that the Giants' bat can get to Freddie Peralta here. So I'm gonna take the Giants at home in this one.
Yeah, I'm with you guys with the Pirates. Kohanowicz shouldn't be favored against anyone. He was terrible last season. He was a fade for me. He's been a fade for me this season. I don't love the Pirates. I kind of been staying away from the Pirates this season just because I don't trust their bats, but I think they should actually be able to hit in this game. So give me the Pirates there. Ooh, D-backs Tampa Bay, 2 starters that worry me. I think Taj Bradley still has some good stuff. He definitely gives up the home run ball, which is bad. I kind of lean that way. I kind of lean Tampa Bay. I just don't trust Eduardo Rodriguez. So don't get me wrong, Taj Bradley got smacked up in his last start against the Yankees, but a lot of pitchers have been smacked up against the Yankees. So I'm not hanging my head on it too much. I'll take a shot there with some plus money with the Rays, but probably stay away again for me. I think the over is actually probably a solid play there as well. And then Milwaukee, San Francisco, I think this is going to be a low-scoring pitching duel. And in that type of matchup, I'd rather have plus money than lay minus 135. So it's a lean towards Milwaukee and then also a lean towards the under. There's a reason why this is the lowest total on the board. This is the best pitching matchup we have. They're playing at Oracle Field, which is a pitcher-friendly park. Should be a 3-2 type of game, and I could see either squad winning. So rather attack plus money in that type of spot.
Major League Baseball for the day, ladies and gentlemen. Let's head on over to the National Hockey League Association, NHLA, formerly known as the NHL. Canadiens Capitals. Caps looking to take a 2-1 commanding series lead. Avalanche minus 190, man. Series tied there. They're back in Ball Arena. Series tied 1-1. LA Kings versus the Oilers. Kings won the first one. They up 1-0. Can the Oilers steal one on the road? We're going to start with the best hockey man on the planet. His name is Mr. Wraparound, a.k.a.
Reach around.
How dare you?
How you feeling, my man?
All right. I'm going to take the under in that Caps Canadiens game. I honestly think what we saw in game 1 could be a carbon copy of multiple games of this series, where it's going to just be low scoring, grinded out, just a lot of defensive minded hockey, just a lack of scoring. I think there's going to be a lot of unders in this series. So the goaltending for Washington, I've said it time and time again in the wraparound and for whatever, I think it's the most underrated goaltending room in the NHL. And Montreal's goaltending was a big reason why they held on to a playoff spot for as long as they did and made the playoffs. So taking the under there. I'm going to take the Oilers on the money line against the Kings. Kind of the same thing of what happened with the Wild yesterday. I just think that while there are certain teams that do their best work at home, and the Kings were the best home team in the NHL this season, I just feel like I can't bet against the Oilers to go down 0-2 with Connor McDavid and Leon Draisaitl. They almost had that comeback, and the Kings started to look like they were going to fall apart before they pulled it off. So I think the Oilers bounce back, because if they don't, it's going to be a hard way to come back. So give me the Oilers there. Oh boy, and I'm going to have to break you two up.
I think you might be surprised.
Really? Okay. Well, until I see the Dallas Stars win on the road, I will give them full credit for that win. And I do think this is a series that can go 6 or 7 games. I think I have to take the Avalanche in regulation in this game. It's my least favorite game of the 3 because I could honestly see the Stars pulling it out again. But just going with what I know and seeing the Avalanche back at home, I trust them at home.
This guy stinks.
I thought he was the best in hockey.
I was until I said that.
Anything else, Chris? I'm on the Stars today, man. I'm on the Stars.
Welcome to the dark side. Well,
look, Colorado probably wins this game, but just from a value perspective, the Stars played damn good in Ball Arena last season. I think they needed that win on, what was it, Tuesday or whatever it was. I think you just attack plus money in this spot. I think this is a game where the Stars could win, so I'd rather get plus 160 than minus 190. So gun in my head, does the Avs probably win this game? Yes, but I just don't like the price. I think that price is a little too inflated, to be perfectly honest with you. I think the Stars proved enough this regular season that they are one of the best teams in the league and could win night in, night out against anyone. So let's take some plus money there. Kings, Oilers. I think the Kings win this one. I think this is a game whoever's home wins. I think the Kings win this one. This one goes to 7, and the Kings probably win game 7 at home. That's just the vibe I get in that series. And then I do like the under in Washington, Montreal as well.
I like the Oilers in that last one. I'm kind of with Chris. I think that back and forth series, expecting the Oilers, Edmonton to go down 0-2. I would lean in that direction. I'm for shit showing my Stars today at the plus money price. Gotta be. The run's over. It's over. Finally. The 8-game losing streak has come to an end. Now that it's over, man, we're back to square one. We're back to square one. And square one to me for these two teams are dead even. And honestly, still hard. I believe the Stars are the better team. We've seen the Stars already go into Colorado in the playoffs just last season and dub their ass. I was there. I was in the building. I was like, oh my God, the Stars. Oh my God. I don't think that we're just going to manhandle them for the rest of the series or anything like that. But I think, like Brad said, too good of a plus money price to pass up today. The Avalanche had a chance to snap the neck of the Stars. They had a chance. They had them. And they let it go. And now that they let it go, I think that their back is up against the wall, man. I think this is a must-win game for Colorado. I don't think they get it. When you got a team like Dallas on the ropes, man, you got to knock their ass out. You better knock them out because you let them get any type of confidence and that shit get to rolling. I'm telling you where I'm at, man. I've seen the Stars beat the Avs in the playoffs before. The losing streak's over. Too good of a plus money price to pass up in a game that's more 50-50 than I think a lot of y'all are acting like it. More 50-50 than I think many of y'all are giving it credit to be. That's all I'm saying. So that's what I feel like in hockey today. I don't really have no opinions on that Montreal Capitals game. That's it. That's all for hockey, man. Let's go to the NBA, National Basketball Association. The NBA. Brad's team's the first team on the board. Magic. They're 10.5-point dogs in Boston. Do they have life tonight, Brad?
Nope.
Damn.
GG's Magic. Yeah, it's over. Yeah, I mean, it is what it is. Like, we lose Suggs, we lose Mo Warner. This is just a season of this throwaway. I mean, we made it to the playoffs, cool. Next season we'll be back. But, yeah, the pick of my day was Celtics in game one. That smacked, and I'm rolling with them again in this one, even with no Tatum. Just a bad matchup for the Magic. This team just goes on long stretches where they can't score, and the Celtics have just too much firepower. So, yeah, probably 15, 20-point win from the Celtics, if you ask me. Also, under Magic team total under as well.
I like the Celtics in this one too. Magic threw a good punch game one, first half. And then second half, the Celtics woke up and looked like the defending champs, the best team in the NBA. And I just think that's what this series is. This is a Orlando Magic team, a 500 basketball team that this season was really good against bad teams and really bad against good teams. Well, they got a bad draw. They're on the road versus the best team in the league. I know Tatum game time decision with or without him, I don't think it matters. Orlando might have a chance to do something in this series when they get back home, but tonight on the road in Boston, I'm going to lean towards the Celtics laying the points. And I am well aware that Boston dropped 2 games in game 2 last season in the playoffs. Game 2 was kind of where they struggled a bit. I kind of think that's a motivational factor for them tonight. They know that as well. They come in here, handle business, I'm laying the points. Chris?
This is where I'm taking my step back. Magic
Orlando.
money line.
What is going on today?
Magic money line.
Did not have that on my bingo
I
card.
just think this is well, Jay laid it out. It was game 2 was the kryptonite for the Boston Celtics last year. Early on, it kind of just took them a little while to start feeling themselves a little bit. And then, Jason Tatum, I know one player doesn't shift the whole line and it's baked into the line and whatever. But I think that, the Magic are still a decent enough team that, like I said, like you guys said, they threw their best punch in game 1. And yeah, it wasn't enough at the time, but I still think that they have something to be able to throw at Boston. So I think it's just worth taking the sprinkle for plus 400, plus 410. Why not? In a playoff series? Sure.
Okay.
I think one dog is cashing today.
Fair enough. Heat Cavs, Cleveland, 12.5-point favorites now over the Miami Heat, total 212. I saw what I needed to see from Cleveland second half of that basketball game. I think they dominate Miami again here. Remember, Cleveland was one of the best ATS teams in the NBA for majority of the season. At home at the crib, we trusted them. This is one of the best teams in the NBA versus a team that lost more games this season than they won. I know Miami played much better basketball down the stretch. I do subscribe to Heat culture. I know this team has experience. I don't think it matters. I think I saw what I needed to see from Cleveland second half of that game. I think it translates over here on my later points. Chris?
So I think one dog is winning today. Might as well sprinkle on Miami money line too. I just don't like the favorites today. Again, Miami's a team that can slow the game down. And if those outside shots aren't falling for the Cavaliers, it could get dicey. And we've seen Cleveland sort of fall asleep at the switch a couple of times this season. You know, Miami's already covered in Cleveland once when they were catching a similar number. So I think, like I said, I think at least one dog is cashing today, one of these two big dogs. So if it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen. Worst thing you do is you lose, a unit, 2 units or whatever. You have a chance to make 4 times your money, 5 times your money on one game. I think it's worth taking a sprinkle on. Like I said, I think it's just, it's the playoffs. There's no bums in the playoffs. It's not like we're talking about the Wizards against the Cavaliers here. The Miami Heat, yeah, they were the 10 seed and were the first 10 seed to make the tournament, but they still have a decent lineup that can still compete on any given night. Like I said, they like to slow the game down. So give me the Heat money line.
Yeah. Back-to-back step-back threes for Mr. Ruffalo. I like it. This is one I can actually get down with. I could get down with this. This is honestly my least favorite series out of any series so far in this first round, just when it comes to a betting perspective. But I do lean the Heat in this one. I think, they got Spoelstra. He's won the damn thing. He's playing a bunch of these big games. I think he gets his guys ready. He makes the adjustments that are needed. And I lean the Heat to get a cover here. It's a little scary, though. This is definitely not a game I'm going to play, but if I were to bet it, that's the way I would go. The Cavs, yes, they were an incredible cover machine this whole season. But down the stretch, during the last 2 months of the season, they were actually not the best cover team. They kind of their cover record got a little bit hit there. So they weren't as dominant as they were in the beginning of the season. I think the Heat could come in here, maybe get a backdoor cover, like Chris said, make this thing tight and possibly pull out a win at the end. So I think it's closer than what this line says.
Last game of the night. Houston Rockets, 3.5-point home favorites over the Golden State Warriors. Total 204.5. Chris?
Yeah, I'm gonna take the under in this one. I think that again we see more of a defensive-minded game here, and I know it's taking the under in a Warriors game, and when all the threes are flying, but I still think that Houston's just going to try to slow down Steph Curry. Whether or not they can is another story, but the Rockets trying to slow this game down and make it a defensive battle is their best chance at winning a game in this series. And 204.5 is low, but I think it is that low for a reason. I think all the totals today are low. So give me the under in this one.
Like that under as well. Also leaning towards the Warriors. I mean, nothing in that first game between the Rockets and the Warriors tells me to lay points with this Rockets team. You know, the Rockets, it just seems like they're not ready for this type of spot where the Warriors have been playing in these types of spots for a while. We've been saying that. I mean, when you look at game one, I mean, Green went 3 from 15. Van Fleet went 4 from 19 from the field. Really, the only guy who did anything was Sengun. I think the Warriors do the same thing. They play strong perimeter defense, force Rockets to, score inside, stop the three, and the Warriors just look damn good. So I think it is going to be a low-scoring battle, but just from a roster perspective, guy for guy, I think the Warriors are better. They have more experience in these spots, and we could get 3.5 points. I can't pass up on it. So like the under, like the Warriors as well.
The reason the line is Rockets minus 3.5 is because the Rockets cannot afford to fall down 0-2 heading to Golden State. This is a must-win basketball game for the Houston Rockets. But just because it's a must-win doesn't mean they're going to win it. I went back and looked at the last 19 matchups between the Rockets and the Warriors. The last 19. The Golden State Warriors won 17 of those. They've beaten the Rockets in 17 of 19 games. So I was like, God damn. Let me go look into the games that the Rockets won and see if they can replicate what they did in those games to do it again here. The last one the Rockets won was the last game of the regular season between these two. In that game, the Rockets held Steph Curry to 3 points. It was a generational stinker from Steph Curry, 3 points. So let me ask y'all a multi-million-dollar question. Do you see Steph Curry only dropping 3 points again in the playoff game? Do you see that happening? I don't. So I don't think that's something that the Rockets can replicate as a form of success. Like, I don't think that's something they can bank on and be like, that's what we're going to do to win this game. I don't see that happen. The other game was that other game was on the when was that? It was on the 11th of December in Houston. Houston won that game 91-90. But remember, that game ended in a really controversial call. It wasn't clear-cut. Rockets won that game. Like, that game ended on true controversy. Those are the only 2 wins for the Rockets in 19 games over the Warriors. 2 of 19. One hugely controversial, and the other one was a generational stinker from Steph Curry. It's not. I don't see the 3.5. And y'all know I love the Rockets. I love the Rockets. I'm subscribed to the Rockets at home. I'm subscribed to that against everybody not named the Warriors. Everybody not named the Warriors, man. They got to show me, bro. They got to show me. You want to show me. On the Warriors plus the points, man. Then there's multiple angles I could look through this lens. Like, the Rockets are still a very inexperienced playoff team. Very inexperienced playoff team with no real playoff experience outside of their coach and outside of their point guard and Fred VanVleet. Well, on the other side, I don't think you could be literally more experienced than the Warriors are. Curry, Kerr, Jimmy, Draymond. The only person really that's playing significant minutes that doesn't have extensive playoff experience is Polozimski. So we're talking about one of the most experienced teams versus a very inexperienced team. And the inexperienced team has dominated the other team anyway. And like Brad said, we're getting over a bucket in our back pocket. I'm not saying the Rockets don't win this game tonight. This is a legitimate 50-50 game. But who's to say it don't play out just like that Clippers Nuggets played out in that first game where we catch a backdoor cover or the backdoor cover of hell? Nothing here tells me 3 and a hook with Houston. Nothing. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. I'm just telling y'all everything off the top of my head that I can think of. I usually like the Rockets at home. I usually do. But Houston, we have a problem. And that problem is the Rockets drew the team they just can't beat. And that's the Golden State Warriors. Give me playoff Jimmy, playoff Curry, dog, against a team they've beaten 17 of the last 19 meetings. Did y'all not see Steph Curry balling out last game? Did we not watch the same game? Stop it. I'm on the Golden State Warriors plus the points. We'll see how it plays out tonight, though, ladies and gentlemen. We shall see how it plays on out. Money Making Wednesday. We talked about everything under the sun. NBA, Major League Baseball, NHL. Plays that I love most, the plays that Chris loves most, the plays that Brad loves most. You know where you can get them. Pick Dogs Premium. What you got over there today, Chris?
I got my $15 MLB pickoff play. Hitting out 4 in a row with those after cashing with the Diamondbacks yesterday. Hoping to make it 5 straight. Also got that as part of my Walk-Off Wednesday 3-pack. I got an NHL Power Play, an NBA Play of the Day, or I got a 5-pack if you want everything that's on the board. So make sure you check it out. Pick Dogs Premium. Use that promo code PICK at checkout. 15% off your purchase. You can pair us all up. Pair me up with Jay, Brad. You can get the 3 of us in a multi-capper promotion. Anyone on the website, there's lots of options for you, ready to make you some money.
What's your $15 play today?
It is one of the 30 teams that's playing baseball today.
Be on the White Sox.
Do with that information, which I won't.
Shit. Shut up, Brad. Shut up.
Step back threes from Chris today.
Yeah, Chris took a lot of step back threes today. See if he cash them. Bro, what you got going on today? Pick Dogs Premium, bro.
Yep, got my $19 play of the day, of course. That's in the NBA. We are on a 5-day winning streak with the $19 plays of the day. We hit yesterday with the Thunder. We're going to do it again. So go check that out. If you want all my picks, I have my $19 play of the day, my best NBA player prop, and my best play in the MLB all in a 3-pack. So you can get all 3 of those plays. Like these guys said, if you want the value, the long-term passes are the way to go. So yeah, it's the middle of the week. Let's finish the week off strong, headed to the weekend with a nice little bankroll and continue to cash.
Yes, sir. Do the damn thing with Brad Wins Bets, man. Continue to win some bets with Brad. Man, I got 2 plays in as of right now. Probably going to have 3 today. Of course, I have an NBA play of the day. We cashed in complete no sweat fashion last night with our favorite money-making team, the Oklahoma City Thunder Buddies, man. Thunder Buddies for life. Shout out to the boys, man. So, yeah, man, I'm looking to cash it again tonight. I love tonight's play. You can scoop it up, $25, Pick Dogs Premium. I got a baseball play. I believe I've hit, back-to-back on the play in baseball, so looking for 3 in a row today on that play. And I'm probably going to add 1 more NBA for 3 plays total today. So, awful good day for me overall yesterday. Just looking to keep the momentum rolling forward. Money Making Wednesday. Parlay time, man. Parlay. Chris.
Yeah, let's go with the under in Rockies Royals. Let's go with the Pirates and the Edmonton Oilers on the money line.
Right.
Let's go Magic team total under, Orioles team total over.
Oh shit! Hold on. I got 1 minute to get this Yerfie in. I did not put it in. I might not get it in. Oh, it just went 15. No.
I'm not gonna lie, I didn't get it in either.
No.
I didn't think about that at all.
I just thought about it right now. Let me see. Is it too late?
Yeah. Or actually, could you do it live?
Damn, it's too late. Can we get it live? Let me see. Can I get it live?
I don't think so. Oh, live inning props? Nah, yeah, no. Not for me, at least.
Not for me either.
That shit's gonna smack too, watch.
It's gonna cash, bro.
Yeah.
Damn, I can't believe I just missed it.
Contreras home run, that's what I'm feeling.
Oh, good. Parlay for the day, man. Let's go. Texas Rangers. Money making Mets. And the Boston Celtics, 3-teamer.
Birdcage.
Money making Wednesday, ladies and gentlemen. We'll be back tomorrow, same time, same program. Romanelli will be here tomorrow. So, should be a fun show. Chris, Brad, any final words before we get out of here?
No, sir.
Nothing for me.
Lakers in 5. See you tomorrow. We out of here.